Aries, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. Today we will be going through your March in depth, okay? March 2025. We're going to be taking a look at some opportunities, what you should be letting go heading into the month of March, what you should be embracing, as well as the overall lesson and how you can make sure that you're practicing good self-care. Okay? Let's go ahead, but before we do, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe, as it will add your energy to the collective, and make sure you're showing up when I do these readings. Okay, let's see Aries for the month of March, please. Can you show me Aries for the month of March, please? Tell me about Aries energy for March. Last one. Show me Aries, please. Thank you. I will say you are at your reading. All right. All right, so at the bottom we have the wheel. Alrighty, so what that means is that, you know, I would say expect the unexpected this month, right? Coming into March here, there should be, or there could be some things that are trying to align you on your right path, and some little hiccups that might be shooting up out of nowhere or seemingly out of nowhere, right? So I would just pay attention to that and at least kind of give space and allow for that to happen in whatever plans you are making for March. We have the King of Cups here. So interesting energy for you, Aries. It seems like you are diving into your cup a little bit more, your emotions, or at least becoming more aware of them. There's also a component with the reason I'm laughing is because you're showing up as the King of Cups. Aries, you're the Emperor, so it makes sense that you would want to show up being in charge of your emotions, in charge of that cup kingdom, right? So yes, you're showing me you're strong. You're showing me, yes, okay, you have a good handle on your emotions. You have a good awareness of your emotions here. And you can lead from that position, right? The theme of the month of March, we have the Queen of Wands. So charismatic here, going after what you want, getting what you want. The Queen of Wands does manifest and make that happen. So we'll get some clarifiers and kind of see a little bit more of what she's trying to tell us. For you, Aries, challenges, Ace of Swords, new perspective. I feel like that does make sense for the Aries that I read, just because we have had some trouble attaining that ace, right? I feel like it keeps popping up here in one way or another, and it keeps just kind of, missing you for whatever reason. So it looks like the challenge will be getting a grip on that Ace of Swords. Opportunity here, Three of Pentacles. So the opportunity for new community, trying something new, trying to integrate yourself with others, and at least being open in that grounded way, right? And that does make sense because you're saying, yes, okay, I'm in charge of my emotions. I'm in charge of how I feel. I'm in charge of what I present to other people. So it would make sense that you're saying you're cautiously open to exploring new potential relationships or new potential community, new potential work, right? What you're letting go, the Four of Cups. So this is the energy we want to let go of from your recent past here. And yeah, I mean, this kind of does make sense, just tying in with that Ace of Swords component here, focusing on what you don't have, what's, what is that word? What's hiding from you, what is just out of reach, right? And again, kind of this guarded position, right? With that Four of Cups, his arms are crossed, his legs are crossed. He's not receptive. If you look at him, he kind of resembles that Four of Pentacles, right? Hunkered down, crossed. He's got the pentacle over his heart chakra, and he's not really open to what the universe is trying to give him, right? Similar with this Four of Cups here. So we're trying to let that kind of energy go. And what you're being asked to embrace is temperance here, okay? Sagittarius energy, but also this idea of balance, right? Balancing the inner with the outer. Making sure that you are grounded in that sense, that you know your true emotions. You are truly in charge, like that King of Cups says, and you are embodying a little bit more vulnerability than maybe you would be used to, and just really moving kind of in earnest for your best path forward. Self-care, the Hanged Man. And again, yeah, this does make sense, just kind of tying in with that Ace of Swords. Some new perspective trying to come through here, especially with that temperance as well. So what you're being asked to embrace, new perspective, something new. You're looking at something, you're looking at your surroundings a little differently, right? The lesson is the Eight of Pentacles. So again, this idea of being grounded, hard at work, focused on the task at hand here. And that really feels correct. It feels like you're doing this work inside, right? Emphasis is on what's happening within, and the lesson is how do you translate that into practical work, right? How do you translate that into your real world, or turn that work into that inner work into producing something outside of yourself, right? So let's go ahead and take a look, starting with that King of Cups. And there we are. Look at that, Eight of Pentacles, right? So we're doubling down on that lesson here. Show me that that King of Cups for Aries. Show me that King of Cups for Aries, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. So the board is going to get crowded. Let's just start by knowing that right off the bat. So for the King of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the High Priestess here in the shadow. So there is an awareness here, an inner knowing, and that does make sense. You're kind of attaching to the softer side, right? You're still in charge with that King showing up here, but you're leaning more into your emotions, into your cup, right? Less wand energy, more emotion this month, right? With your clarifiers here, this feels like, again, kind of willing that change of perspective here with that Five of Pentacles, the Knight, and the Ten of Pentacles here. It's almost like, okay, you're willing this new idea, or this new idea kind of energetically or with spirit's kind of guide is rushing in to say, okay, we're not focusing on the loss anymore. We're focusing on the completion. What can we do? How can we think in terms of completeness, right? How can we think in terms of the overall society, the bigger picture here? And I feel like that's what we are embodying this month, Aries, is really coming through and saying, okay, we are done with focusing on the loss. We are done with focusing on that detail. How can we look to the big picture, right? For some of you, even just focusing on that actual tree of life, right? That ultimate big picture. Okay, let's go and look at that Queen of Wands as the theme for your March. All that points to me is that you do have a strong inner knowing, and it is, either you feel it very strongly or it's been lost to you and it's trying to come back to you and say, hey, I'm here. I haven't left you. I'm here. Last one, show me that Queen of Wands. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Okay. So the Queen of Wands as the theme for March. Aries is clarified by the Devil, the Page of Cups, that King of Cups there, and again, the King of Wands in the shadow. So here we have your wand energy coming through. 10 of Cups just immediately behind that King of Wands there, okay? So it feels like, yes, the whole kind of going back to here and you for this month, you're shaking loose some things that are stuck, right? This page is focused on this devil. He's filling his cup with that devil energy, right? Could be Capricorn for some of you, but this feels like this cup that this page is holding here is not quite right, right? We are focusing on things that are not quite right. You have, the Queen of Wands here, she's looking to the right. You have the King of Cups, he's looking to the right. And here you have the Page of Cups focusing on that devil energy, right? So again, this is a shaking loose here. It's almost like, kind of doubling down on this idea of we need to shake this energy loose and look forward, move forward in leadership, move forward in strength. Again, King of Cups here, inner strength, leading by emotional awareness, emotional intelligence. And there's no, again, it's like this idea, there's no vulnerability in that, at least from, what you're showing me. You're in charge here, or at least you're not seeing that vulnerability as a weakness, okay, for this month. And I feel like that's important for you to remember. Being vulnerable is not a weakness. King of Cups is talking to the King of Wands in the shadow here, right? So this feels like your energy is aligned. You know that you're paying more attention to your cup, to your emotions here. That is a conscious choice that you are making, because it is time for you to make that choice and allow this king kind of the driver's seat, right? As opposed to that King of Wands here. He's still here. He's still showing up. But there's an understanding here that at the base, this King of Cup, this emotional awareness needs to come through this month in order to get you that 10 of Cups, what it is that you're looking for to kind of, again, shake this, this kind of off energy and move away from it, okay? Show me that Ace of Swords in the challenge position. Show me that Ace of Swords. Show me that Ace of Swords, please. Okay. All right, so Ace of Swords we have clarified by Death, the Sun, 10 of Wands, and 10 of Swords in the shadow, with that 3 of Pentacles peeking behind it. And then we see that Hanged Man energy there as well. Okay, so again, it's this idea, the challenge is figuring out this end, right? Figuring out this end, this, putting an end to it, putting an end to this line of thinking. Because again, and it does make sense that you're employing your King of Cups this month, Aries, because this work is within, right? You don't need that fire to blaze the way outside of you, right? This work is very personal that you're attacking this week or this month, this work that you're trying to conquer or shake loose, right? From your position of power, you're utilizing your king, that emotional intelligence, to cut this off and say, I'm done with this line of thinking. I'm done with this line of feeling. And that is the challenge, is how do you put that to a final end, put that period on it, close that chapter, close that book even, donate that book, right? Get it out of there and move forward in a different way, right? Move your energy forward and get back to feeling grounded, get back to working on the life you're trying to make, the home you're trying to make, the day-to-day life, right? March is a time about focusing inward and getting your perspective correct so that you can continue on in your day-to-day life creating what it is that is truly your task at hand, right? March feels like a pause to deal with the inner stuff that you've maybe not known how to deal with, not had the time, not given yourself that time. March is that time, right? Coming into the immediate clarifiers here for that Ace of Swords as the challenge. Like I said, Death, the Sun, 10 of Wands here. So yes, again, this challenge is transformation. How are you transforming that Ace? How are you transforming that perspective to not see the negative, but to see the positive in the work that you're doing, the positive in the accomplishments that you have achieved, right? You know, there's always work to be done. There's always things to do. There's always doubts that we have or you know, thoughts that we harbor, right? And so it's this idea here with this Ace and these clarifiers. It's, well, how do we turn that on its side and see the positive perspective with that Sun, right? See what we really have to offer here. See what the universe has to offer us, Aries, and understand that we can shift our perspective. And while that doesn't change the amount of work or the task at hand, the perspective from within, right? This is a month of inner work. How that perspective can change your thoughts on the work that you're doing and how those thoughts will make that work easier. Okay? Let's go ahead and see that Three of Pentacles as the opportunity for you. Show me that Three of Pentacles, please. Show me that Three of Pentacles. Last time. Okay. Oh yeah, we're getting full here. Alrighty, so Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Moon, the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, the Moon, Four of Swords, King of Swords, 10 of Cups in the shadow with the Six of Pentacles behind it, right? So this opportunity here, this feels like the opportunity to get calm and comfortable with the unknown. And that could be part of the reason of why this devil is sticking around and why he's kind of feeding this page here. He's kind of corrupting your page, right? And making it hard for you to kind of look away from this perspective, right? This idea of, oh, we don't know what's out there. We don't know. It's scary. It's a scary world. It's a scary thing, you know, anxiety, all of that, right? And so this opportunity here with the Three of Pentacles, definitely that Three of Pentacles represents something new, right? So a new environment entirely, a new group entirely, a brand new hobby, a brand new job, whatever that Three of Pentacles represents, okay? It is completely new, so new, in fact, that you, Aries, cannot comprehend what to expect. And that can be scary for anyone, but I feel like for Aries, because there's such a need to know and to control or at least anticipate what to expect. And that's not here. And so that provides an amazing opportunity here with the Moon, the Four of Swords, King of Swords, to be comfortable in that newness, in that period of unknown, right? There's accomplishment here with this 10 of Cups in the shadow. There's this sense of joy, contentment, sharing what you have to offer, what comes from inside of you, right, with other people. And so this really does feel like an opportunity to connect. It just feels like you're showing it in a different way. And that different way it feels like it truly is coming from within you, Aries. And it's an opportunity to be genuinely open, right? And if not open, genuinely willing to pursue whatever this Three of Pentacles is, right? And understanding that there is this idea of something being unknown, but the potential is there to see some great reward, okay? It is worth noting that this Four of Swords, King of Swords, a lot of this sword energy, right, with the Ace being the challenge of that suit, it's almost like you have to change your perspective before you can actually realize the full potential of what the opportunity, what opportunities are in store for you this month, right? You have to do the work. You really have to change that perspective before you can see the true opportunity that is presenting itself to you this month, okay? Let's take a look at this Four of Cups is what you should be letting go of. Show me this Four of Cups for Aries. Show me this Four of Cups for Aries, please. Thank you. Okay, so for the Four of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Swords here with that Knight of Cups. And then I'm just going to bring this one. The Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords in the shadow here. So this is an instance where I feel your shadow is telling me more than your clarifiers here, but we are going to get to both. And underneath, sorry, we do have that Wheel of Fortune, which is coming through as an influence here, right? As what you should be letting go. All right, so here we have the 3, the 2, the 1 with the Knight of Cups coming in between. I feel like this in your shadow here, it shows that you are trying to work through, this shows me the process of getting to this ace, right? And I feel like the reason that, I'm being shown this is because it is quite difficult. This is a very difficult process for you to get to this ace and to let go of whatever this kind of devil energy is, whatever this off energy is that is holding you back from getting to that new thought, that new perspective. You are trying with this Knight of Cup energy here, right? You're showing up as cup energy. You're employing your knight to do this work, right? To go out and fight these battles in order to get to where you need to go. So I'm seeing here, it's quite challenging, right? You're not really sure what to do, how to move forward, where to step. You're so out of your element, which again, makes sense, right? You brush through these things. You don't sit in them. And so that, I have to imagine, is very uncomfortable for you just to begin with, Aries, let alone the magnitude of what it is that you're trying to let go of and open up to. Feels like you wouldn't be taking this time if it wasn't important. And it is important. And you're showing me that. And you're showing me this is a true struggle for you, but you're doing the work, right? You're doing it. It's just very hard. Coming back to your immediate clarifiers with the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Wands here for that Four of Cups energy. This almost feels like again, this resistance, right? His arms are crossed, his legs are crossed. He's very resistant to what he's being shown. This feels like here the universe is kind of speaking or trying to shake this loose in a way that is perhaps a bit easier for your palate, easier for you to stomach here, or for you to kind of shake loose that Four of Cups energy to continue on. What I mean by that, it feels like the Ace of Pentacles here, this is an opportunity to free your mind into, or shake loose your mind into traveling into a place where you feel more comfortable, right? So this Five of Wands here, you know, that's again wand energy, that's fire energy here. And while that may be more fixed, that may be more of that Leo energy, it's still wand energy, and it's still a place where you feel comfortable, right? So it's this idea of there might be something that happens this month, Aries, where there's an opportunity that kind of you slide back into, it feels like you slide back into your comfort. And from that position of feeling comfortable, maybe externally, it allows this work to be a little bit easier. It allows you to release this weird energy and pick up this new perspective, right? So I would be on the lookout for that. And it might be something that happens like because you've been working, or this has been kind of a recurring thing, trying to pick up this ace, trying to pick up this ace, trying to pick up this ace. This feels almost like it just clicks. Okay. Let's take a look at this Temperance here. Show me this Temperance for Aries. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty, so for Temperance, we have the Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles here. So we've got double sevens, right? This idea of you're observing, right? And there's like there's no sugarcoating here. We're not putting emphasis on emotion. You're being very cut and dry about what it is that you're seeing here, right? And even in these double sevens, there's a balance to that, right? With Temperance showing up here. This feels measured. This doesn't feel spur of the moment or, you know, gut instinct, and it doesn't feel reactive. This feels very calm, centered, grounded, planned. Okay. So what we're embracing is this idea. It almost feels like protecting what matters, right? Or protecting what matters. Maybe some of you are looking at an investment here and weighing that. You're looking at something and analyzing it from a, you know, an impartial perspective here. You're looking at something and you're like, does the cost versus reward, does that match? Okay, for some of you. It's interesting that Temperance is showing up in an external way, Aries. And again, I just feel like this is a domain where you're more comfortable. You're more comfortable dealing with things as they present out in front of you, right? As opposed to questioning what's within. Because you can look at it, you can examine it from all sides, right? And so this might be the way that you're looking within. And again, like I said, with this Ace of Pentacles here, this opportunity to look at something and to kind of slide into this new perspective could be through working through a problem or some sort of investment. And it doesn't have to be, money or stocks or anything like that, but just time, energy, effort, investment, right? And looking at that, whatever it is in the world outside of you, your external world here, and that could be mirroring the work that you're doing within, right? That feels more to be the case here, especially with this Page of Swords coming through and that Eight of Pentacles here. It's kind of like your page, or this new thought, this ace this Ace of Sword that you're picking up, and you're kind of saying, okay, I don't really know what to do with this yet, but I'm going to try attacking it from this way, or try seeing it from this way. And that feels like it's mirroring what's happening inside, if that makes sense. Okay, Aries? So again, it's like this idea that whatever is happening externally is mirroring what's happening internally. Let's see this Hanged Man for self-care. Let's see this Hanged Man for self-care, please. Last one. Thank you. All right. Alrighty, so for the Hanged Man, we have Temperance, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, and that Three of Swords here again, with that Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So, self-care here, I feel like this is more the challenge for you, is how this ace sits inside of you, or how you can pick it up and sit it inside of you. I feel like the challenge is there's something very challenging about this ace, this new thought, this new perspective, or accepting this new truth. I feel like that is more what it is, accepting this new truth, right? Temperance, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords. Maybe this new truth feels less than what you're used to. Maybe it feels like there's more limits on it. Maybe it feels like it doesn't quite fit. And I'm not seeing that. What I would pose to you, Aries, is this more of a truth than you've allowed yourself to see in past? And what I mean by that is this more an impartial truth, right? Because we all have our biases. We all have, yeah, I can do that, that's no problem. Yeah, I can do that, that's no problem. But then when we go to do it, it's like, well, okay, this looked a lot easier in the YouTube video than I really thought it would be, right? This idea of like, we can't do everything, right? It could be that. It could be, I didn't realize that I was, participating in as many limiting beliefs, right? And so all of these limiting beliefs have now feel like they have become fact. And now it's kind of working on getting these limiting beliefs away, and kind of coming to this realization that, wow, I put a lot of these on me and now they feel like fact. And so the truth is, you have to unburden the weight of that, right? Whatever this perspective is, it feels like there's a big admission that's coming with it. And whatever this admission to yourself is, it feels very personal. It feels very hard to digest. And that's, I think, why you have such resistance to whatever this ace is. Okay. But again, that self-care component that we're discussing here comes with almost lifting that veil, right? And seeing this ace for what it is, in the good, in the bad, and still remaining optimistic and understanding the universe you have within you and the universe that you exist in, and understanding that while this is going to take work and time, and you might feel overburdened or whatever that kind of emotion is, or that feeling is, you might be feeling overwhelmed. It's a necessary part of the path, right? 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. There is some sort of, it's like bittersweet is what I'm seeing here. This ace coming through, picking up this ace is bittersweet. It's necessary, but it's painful. It hurts, but it helps, right? And again, you're employing your king for a reason. Your King of Cups for a reason, right? Because even if you don't want to admit it, there at some level you are aware that he needs to come in because you need to be vulnerable, if not with anyone else, with yourself, in order to understand that there is a loss with this ace. And it seems like for a lot of you that that loss that is coming is something that you knew but didn't want to admit, right? And so admitting that feels like a loss, but really to admit what we can't do or how we were wrong is really King of Cups coming from a position of strength. Admitting, I can't do that. Not even a clue. I wouldn't know where to begin. I can't lift that. Nope. Can't do it. There's a strength in that, right? And it's, you know, your Aries, you want to conquer, you want to do, you want to say it and slay it, right? And there's this bittersweet idea that, you know, with picking up this ace, there are going to be some things that you're going to have to say no to, or some things that you're going to have to say I can't do, right? And that might be the struggle. Let's see this ace, or this Eight of Pentacles, please. Show me this Eight of Pentacles, please. All right. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles we have clarified by the Hanged Man, Queen of Swords, the Lovers, and the Seven of Swords in the shadow here. So this does feel like what I was kind of getting to on the outside, or picking up on the outset here, which is, you know, doing this work in a realm that is comfortable for you in order to allow that work to become one with you, Aries, right? So kind of doing the work outside, or, you know, doing some work outside that makes it easier for you to embody this Ace of Swords, right? Queen of Swords here, she's wisdom, she's lessons learned, she's hard truths accepted, right? And embodied, right? And she knows the truth because she can accept good and bad, right and wrong. She has that true ace, that true sword that points north, because she can accept good, bad, right, wrong, not only from other people, but from within herself, because she has that lived experience, right? And so it's this embodiment of this ace by doing the work outside of you, right? The Lovers here, I mean, I'm not seeing that as a connection to somebody else. I'm seeing that truly as a connection to yourself. And really with this work and letting go of whatever this kind of distortion is, really aligning yourself closer to who you are and who you know yourself to be, right? Because you wouldn't be putting yourself through any of this if you didn't know and admit to yourself that something was off and has been off for some time. And so March is you taking care of it. And this Eight of Pentacles here, this lesson is, what work are you doing on the outside to help your inside, to really integrate what you need to integrate with this truth, so that you can eventually elevate yourself and become closer aligned to the person that you are trying to be, right? Seven of Swords here, you know, I just equate that to this, right? Like, and it just feels like such base energy, such low energy when you have the Hangman, the Queen of Swords, the Lovers. It's almost like your mind is trying to defeat you. Your mind is trying to, hey, trick ya, you know, and you're too focused. You become too focused to let Seven of Swords distraction take you away from all this work that you're doing, right? It's interesting. And again, I think, you know, final thoughts for March, Aries. Even the wand, you know, your Queen of Wand here, she's reliant on that cup energy. She's reliant on getting in touch emotionally, being in touch emotionally. She's leading from that space, right? She's listening to that King of Cups. They're working together. She's not overlooking what rules her insides, right? And I feel like that's important. And again, you know, you wouldn't be presenting March in this way and presenting so out of your element here if it wasn't worthwhile and something that you have sat down, or at least said, okay, now's the time. Now's the time we got to do this. You know? Okay, let's see what card we have for Aries for March. Okay. Give me one card for Aries, please. One card. There we are. Set boundaries. 13. Honor and hold your own physical and emotional space. Only you can do this effectively. Respect your feelings and allow others theirs. Every one of us operates from our own context and unique set of life experiences. As social creatures, we naturally give advice and comments to our friends and vice versa. Sometimes this feedback benefits us, sometimes it does not. As often as we encounter unsolicited praise and support, we are subject to unsolicited negativity and judgment too. Many of us have experienced circumstances in which others judge and direct our personal affairs. By giving in to these external exports, we may please them to keep the peace temporarily, but ultimately become unhappy with the choices and labels they make for us. You are the one who knows yourself and your own needs best. As such, you need to be clear that others have no authority over how you feel, what you think, or what you need to do for yourself, especially if these outspoken others do not have to live with the consequences of their advice to you. We should always be wary of anyone trying to extend control beyond their own lives and into ours, some going so far as to restrict our behavior and opinions according to their own conditions. And we should pay attention to avoid doing the same to other people too. Know where your boundaries are and communicate these parameters clearly and assertively to others. Mutual respect is born from a healthy respect of oneself. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you for this month of March. I really hope this helps you. Thank you for stopping by and taking the time to look at your month ahead with me. Please do hit that like and subscribe, especially if this resonated with you. And please leave a comment and let me know your plans for March. Thank you so much, Aries. I really appreciate you taking the time, and we'll see you next time. You take care.